We're going to continue time under tension. But time under tension during exercise is probably one of the hardest, especially when it comes to twist and working across the core. So we're going to definitely work on that as we connect to the core, connect to the target muscles, which we're going to focus on the big three. It's going to be your calves, your quads, and your butt. But we're going to tie it into your abs. This is all about your abs. So we shall start. We're going to start with the feet parallel, hips width apart. So hips width apart is here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is your actual hips width apart. Okay? We're going to push down big toe, little toe, all the rest of the toes. So that's first metatarsal head and the corresponding big toe. Outer four metatarsal heads and outer four toes. And most importantly, that pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight through your toes, 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, and 1/3 the weight is through your heels. Suck in that tummy, draw your shoulder blades down and back. Now we start time under tension. Fire up your quads, fire up your lats, those are your back muscles. Abs, first chakra, which is your pelvic floor. Second chakra, which is your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. I want you to fire all those up. Hold them on nice and tight. We're going to do our little squat. Not a big deal, but I want you to keep the muscles on the whole time. Your quad should be working, your calves are working, your lats are working, your abs are working. At no point do you turn off muscles, so there's no easy spot. Not at the bottom, not at the top. We're used to doing at the top because we lock our legs out. We're going to go just before leg lockout, so you have to keep muscles on the whole time.
Keep splitting the mat with your feet.
Rip them apart. Suck in that tummy. Can you guys hear Maria? Say hello, Maria.
Hello.
Yay! Okay, suck in your tummy. Okay, keep your abs engaged. We're going to do sit-ups from here. Seems easy, but we want you to work especially hard as you suck in your tummy and then release. Suck it in. Your goal is to change the shape of your abdomen, raise up your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage, but keep your chest up. Don't clench your butt because we're trying to stay out of your butt. Jaws relaxed, abs are nice and tight. Time under tension, that means your quads are on, your calves are on, your lats are on. You're sucking your tummy. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy.
Keep pulling the energy from the arches of your feet, connect to the inner thighs and your pelvic floor.
Trying to get that navel to your spine, and now hold it in hip circles. Again, really easy, but we want you to connect. Time under tension, that means your quads are on, your calves are on, your lats are on, and all of your abs. Suck in that tummy. And now go in the opposite direction. Smiles are up. Try not to move from your knees. It's okay if your knees bend, but you don't want to move from your knees. You're moving from your core. Okay, abs are engaged. Arms comes to your sides. Suck in that tummy. Suck in it nice and tight. We're going for our butt clap run. Chest is up. Smiles are up. You should actually feel your butt cheeks physically clapping behind you. Smiles are up, suck in that tummy. We want that navel coming towards your spine. Elbows up. We're looking for a crisscross across your stomach, making that nice X. Smiles are up. Suck in that tummy. Elbows down. Faster now. Faster, faster, faster. Suck in that tummy. Way to go, stay in. Elbows up, smiles are up. Faster. You should hear a nice little clap, 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 clap behind you. Suck in that tummy and down. Hip circles. So you should feel your core now. Suck in that tummy, time under tension. So your quads are on, lats are on. You want maximum load as you go in the opposite direction now.
Try to keep your shoulders steady.
Head in between your feet. Okay, you can hold on to your roller for this. It's going to be super easy. So we want super core connection, and we want your quads on. All you're doing is lifting one heel and lowering back down. Lift and lower. Watch the alignment. Knee stays over top of your foot, and your heel lifts up. Abs are engaged. Your quads are on. Your butt's on for this one. Suck in your tummy.
Try to really think about stabilizing through your pelvic floor, lower abs, upper abs, and using your glute to move that leg.
9, 10. Switch sides. This is to get proper motion of the foot and the ankle as we start. Abs are engaged. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. Are you counting? I'll ask
4.
Keep breathing. Number we have?
9, 10.
Okay, both feet are down, abs are nice and tight. You're primarily using your metatarsal heads and not your toes. We're going to come up on the tiptoe as you do your lifting and sucking your navel to your spine and then lowering back down. Very little weight on your roller. I want your feet to try to do the work. You get in that bad habit of trying to use the upper extremities to do the work of the lower extremities. This is time under tension. Your quads are on. Your lats are on. Your abs are on. If you hear cracking and popping, I want you to recruit more muscles so that cracking, popping sound goes away. So it's happening because ligaments and joints are getting loose because you don't have full recruitment of muscle. Smiles are up. Remember?
6.
Abs, 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 abs. Stay primarily on that first metatarsal head. That's the big toe knuckle.
9.
Hold that balance. Good. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to flip the toes over. We're going to stretch the top of the foot. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy and you're breathing. Keep your abs engaged. Bend both knees and now you're going to squat. Suck in that tummy. Abs, lats. Obviously the majority of weight is in your left foot. Keep breathing. Remember?
8. 9. 10.
Switch sides. Get those toes curled under, abs are nice and tight, you're bending both knees, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna do our little squats here. Squats means you're using your butts and your quads. Majority of weight is in your left or right leg now. Keep sucking in that tummy. Smiles are up. What number are we at?
7.
Really? I thought that was 10.
8.
Suck in that tummy.
9. And 10.
Good job. So our feet are warmed up. We're gonna put the ball under our foot. We're gonna continue just rolling it out. Oh, yeah, sorry. The big thing here is that your feet remain parallel. Okay? Knees over tops of your feet. Try to move from your hips. Your abs are engaged, so it's not bending your knee like this. You're moving from your hips. I never understood how like skiers could not blow out their knees like immediately because they suddenly have an extended lever arm on their leg, and it's because they're stabilizing from their core. There used to be something called NBC or ABC's Wide World of Sports, and there was this guy called the Agony of Defeat. That's all he's known for. He's a skier that goes off the ski jump and just lands in a crazy way against the ground. And you can see his core turn off. Okay, we're going to just quickly go to the other side since we did such a great job of warming up the feet already. Abs are nice and tight, feet are parallel. You can go side to side as long as your feet remain parallel. Abs are engaged. Keep breathing. Your foot is not sore because of the ball, it's because what you do with your feet. Just notice what you've done with your feet this week. Oh, this foot is sore.
The ball of pain.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna switch back to, what is this? The
Right toe.
no, that's left.
Oh.
Left toes now.
Okay.
You're gonna curl your toes around the ball. We're gonna do Annie's favorite. You're gonna take the heel of your right foot and just bend your toes around this ball. You're trying to create shape. Maria's still healing up her big toe, so you're gonna notice she goes gingerly on certain moves. Keep your abs engaged. Just because you feel tension in your foot doesn't mean you get to turn off your abs. Keep your abs engaged. That's the whole point of this, time under tension. Give shape to your foot. And then periodically move your foot further forward on the ball so you can get more of your arch, getting not only that anterior arch, but the lateral and medial arches. Ooh. Get it, get it, get it, get it. And move it a little bit further forward. Abs are nice and tight. Okay. Switch sides. Curl your toes around the ball. Bend your toes over the ball. Try to give shape. The anterior arch is responsible for some of the signaling to your shoulder muscles. And that's why oftentimes shoulder problems start in the feet. We also think they start in the shoulders. But that goes to show you the light switch isn't always where light is. Okay, move your foot a little bit further forward as you bend your toes down. Abs are engaged. Even though you feel that excessive pain and pressure into your toes, keep that pelvic floor on. Smiles are up. It is Tuesday. Suck in that tummy. And a little bit further forward. Get all the different arches of your feet. Okay, we're gonna flip back to the other side. The ball's gonna go right in front of your heel. That's gonna get the last arch. That's the spring arch of the foot. Okay, you're just gonna stand on top of it, keep your abs engaged, suck in your tummy. We're gonna do hip circles. Move from your abs so you're sucking in your tummy. Smiles are up. And then go in the opposite direction. And good, let's switch sides. Abs are nice and tight, hip circles. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Just felt like laughing. Go in the opposite direction. Okay. If you come off the ball, just see what the ground feels like underneath you. Feel how raised your arches feel. Abs are nice and tight. We're almost done with this little miserable ball. The ball goes underneath the ball of your foot. And we're just gonna do our step forward, step back, hips back. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep those feet parallel, whether they're behind you or in front of you. The feet stay parallel. I know you're gonna wanna do this, but don't do that with your foot. Keep it parallel. Just practice parallel. Practice being able to push your hips forward even though your hips drop down. This is so we don't end up on our faces when we hike if our heel suddenly drops or if our pant leg gets caught around our foot. So guess what I did this weekend? I wore a pair of pants.
15.
Okay, 160. There we go, switch sides. Abs are nice and tight. Why did I wear pants?
It was cold.
Oh, okay. That's why I wore pants. It got down to 78. It was freezing. Suck in that tummy. Remember control. Keep your eyes to the horizon. All sense organs, ears, nose, mouth, and heart go to the horizon. Well, it's not cold today, that's for sure.
15.
One more. Okay, and now we begin. You're gonna put your right foot forward, left foot back, left heel is off the ground, front knee is bent. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're sticking out your booty. Rear heel is off the ground. Okay? Shoulder blades are down back. Now we're going time under tension. Keep your hand on the roller first and the other one on your knee as we do sit-ups. Suck in that tummy and then release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Just keep doing that. Suck in your tummy and release. You're trying to activate your pelvic floor, lower abs, upper abs. Keep breathing. Knee stays over the top of your foot. Annie. Okay, good. From here, keep your abs engaged. You get to contract your butt cheek now. Our target muscles are your quad and your butt. But we're going to do a sit-up. So you're going to bring your left elbow to your right knee, sucking in your tummy. You're using your abs. We're going nice and slow because we're doing sit-ups. Suck it in. Pull through your abs. Straight spine. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. What number is that?
5.
Okay. Suck it in.
6.
Keep breathing.
7.
Abs. Ooh. Don't push me.
8. 9.
Suck that tummy in.
10.
Good. Hand goes back on the roller, hand goes back on your knee. Sucking your tummy, make sure you activated your abs. And then from here, we're gonna tip forward. Take that rear leg off the ground, put it back down. Lift it up, lower it, keep a bend on this knee, knees over the top of your foot. Right hand's back behind you now. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. What number is this?
6. 7. 8. 9. And 10.
Good. Go back into this position. Hands on your knee. We're doing sit-ups. Suck in your tummy. Then release. Feel what it feels like to activate your abs, even though now you feel tension in your butt. Okay, here we go again. You're in this position. Hand goes back behind you. You're going to lift, lower your front heel. You should feel this work in your butt and your quad, but mainly your abs. A little bit in your calf, but more so in your butt. Push your hips back too. Lift, lower, lift, lower. What number is this?
8. 9.
Eyes up.
10.
Okay, keep your heel up. Abs are nice and tight. Hinge forward. 1. Keep your abs engaged. Suck in that tummy. Even though it looks like Maria's pushing her hand through my body. Sucking that tummy. Heels off the ground, both of them. What number is that?
9. 10.
Okay, feet come back together. We're gonna switch sides. Notice if you accidentally put this work into your neck. Shouldn't have gone into your neck. Okay, front knee is bent, knees over the top of your foot. Rear heel's off the ground, abs are nice and tight, push your hips back. Okay, here we go. You're gonna suck in your tummy and release. Keep breathing. Change the shape of your abdomen. Is that 4?
Yep.
Is that 10?
8. 9. 10.
Okay, now we continue to do sit-ups. Keep your abs engaged. You're gonna bring that right elbow to your left knee by pulling your abs in. Actually have your knee or your elbow touch your knee. Suck in that tummy, think of sit-ups. Your target muscles are still your quad and your butt, only we're including our abs in this equation with twist. Time under intention with twist. What number is that?
7. 8. 9, and 10.
Good job. Hand on the roller, hand on your knee. You're gonna do a few more sit-ups. You went straight into leg raise, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen. Draw that navel to your spine. As we now push up. Left hand goes back behind you. You're gonna lift lower that leg. This is posterior twist. You're twisting behind you now. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. Foot almost goes back to the same place. It's like a house sparrow. Or what is it? Water shear. Almost goes back to the same place. Okay, back down again. Hand on your knee. You're gonna work your abs. Suck in your tummy. Suck it in. Make sure you stay connected to the core. And just because you feel tension in your butt, you don't give up your abs. Okay. Staying in this position, you are now going to lift and lower your heel. Suck in that tummy. Keep your hips going backwards. You should feel this in your butt, in your quad, not in your calf or your knee or toes. Suck in that tummy. What number?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Keep your heel high as we go forward. Push your hips back as you go forward. Abs are nice and tight. That's your counterbalance. High heel. This is teaching you to stabilize the ankle. Both heels are up off the ground. You're working your left butt cheek and quad. Suck in that tummy. What number are we on?
7, 8,
Smiles are up.
9, 10.
Good. Come back to standing on 2 feet. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're gonna do hip circles once again. Keep your quads engaged. Keep your lats engaged. Suck in your tummy. And then go in the opposite direction. Make sure your hips go equally in both directions. Okay, we're gonna do some sit-ups. You're gonna suck in your tummy without clenching your butt, and then stick your butt out. Suck, stick, suck, stick. We're working on basic torquing.
Step 1.
I saw on Instagram, this woman did this motion for 1 week. And it was amazing what happened to her abs. Bet she made a lot of friends too.
10.
Suck in your tummy. Okay, now we're just gonna go side to side. You're pulling side to side. You're now using your obliques, so I want you to really suck in your tummy.
Don't use your shoulders. Make sure you're using your abs.
Keep breathing. Draw that belly in. I know because of obesity, we want it to hang out. But like I've been saying all week long, when you let gravity sculpt your body, you're not gonna like what you see. Okay, we're gonna go back to the rear each direction. So you're using your obliques still, so that means you have to activate your abs. We're using muscles and not joints. Your back is one set of a bunch of joints. So if you feel a pressure in your back and you need to tighten your abs more to pull it into muscles, you should feel no joints at all. This includes your toes or your neck. Abs are engaged. And now we're gonna continue with the bullet dodging motion as you just move around, dodging bullets that are being shot at your head. Suck in your tummy. This is abdominal work. It's teaching you what kind of balance and core stability you have to create to move your head off a midline.
Opposite direction.
Right so. Make sure your torso rotates and not just your neck.
Try to really squeeze your abs as you come forward.
Okay. We're going to take our right foot forward, left foot back. I want you to memorize where your left foot is because it's always going to go back there. You're going to stick your butt out more than you think. You're going to suck in your tummy. Draw your shoulder blades back on, time under tension, and now we're going to do it ballistically. Keep your abs engaged as you bring your knee to your chest and then back down. Always goes back to the same place. Your head barely moves. It moves a little bit, but not a lot. It's not going up and down. The work is in your quad and in your butt on the right side.
10.
Okay, good. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Hold this position. Chest goes up, butt goes back. Arms go back behind you. You're gonna lift your arms and legs back behind you. Keep that knee over the top of your foot. Suck in your tummy. Abs are engaged. Straight leg, the rear leg. What number is that?
9. 10.
Oh man, our counting is so different. Switch sides. Okay, we're in this position again. Knees over top of your foot. Your abs are engaged. Push your hips back. That's the most important part. So the work stays in your quad and your butt. Abs are engaged. Now you go. Notice if one side's easier to manage than the other side. Suck in that tummy. Is that 6?
Yeah.
Is that 12?
10.
And rest. Both arms go back behind you. Abs are engaged. Stick out that butt as you lift everything up. Lower it back down. Is that 9?
3. 4.
Suck in that tummy.
5.
Keep that rear leg straight. Front leg is bent.
7. 8. 9. 10.
Good. Come back onto 2 feet. Hip circles. Suck in that tummy. You should feel your quads now, engaging with your abs. Opposite direction. Very good. Let's work our way to the ground. Ooh, we're going to come into kneeling. Maria's opening up doors and windows because it's just uber hot and humid today. Okay, so your knees are bent. We're going to do what we've been doing recently. You're going to warm up your knees by warming up your knees. Put your hands on them. Make sure they can bend because unless your knees can bend, they cannot restore. So it's important to be able to get your knees to bend. So do whatever it takes to get your knees to bend fully and without pain. Notice how poor the circulation is around the knee because your knees are going to be quite cold compared to your thighs. And that should be the case because we're working muscles, not joints. Okay? Okay, from here you can use your blocks, or if you have long enough arms you can just lean back. You're going to stretch out the tops of your toes. Keep breathing. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. This is for Annie, who just loves this move. Keep breathing. Okay, good. You're gonna curl your toes under. What's important with this move? Curl your toes under. Maria has to go gently because she, still doesn't have a toenail. Push your heels back. So if you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads and it feels like they're going to snap off, it means you have to drive your heels back further because we want stretch in the plantar fascia and the musculotendinous junction of the Achilles tendon into the calves. So we don't want to feel it in our metatarsal heads. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to do sit-ups from here. You're going to just suck in your tummy, release. Suck it in, release. Time under tension. So you're trying to take the excessive pressure you feel in your toes and pull it into your abs. Smiles are up. Keep breathing.
$15.
16. And point your toes once again. As we set up for our first set of thingies. Block, balls on top of block. We're going to work pelvic floor a little bit. You don't have dumbbells anymore here.
I'll go grab them.
You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need them. Okay, your ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Abs are engaged, shoulder blades are down and back. We'll wait for Marty to get back, but I want you to work on your pelvic floor first. So as you're sitting on top of your ball, we want you to squeeze the ball and then release. Squeeze the ball and release. As you do, you're closing up your rib cage, you're drawing your navel to your spine. Squeeze and release. This is pelvic floor. Those are 5s. You want those on?
No. You want to trade?
No.
We can trade.
Marty's using the 7-pound ones. I'm using a 5-pound one. Okay, squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Activate that pelvic floor. Keep your shoulder blades down and back, and most importantly, get your head over the top of the ball. So don't let your head go forward. Keep it over the top. Okay. Just a few more. Suck in that tummy. All right, we'll grab our weights. We're gonna work time under tension with the twist. Suck in your tummy, shoulder blades are down back. If you don't have weights, it's absolutely okay. It's use of imagination. But whether you have weights or not, you're gonna visualize that they're 20 pounds instead of whatever weight amount that they are. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna take our right arm in the front, left arm goes back. We're gonna rotate, twist, and then twist more. And then we're gonna lift both your rear arm and your front arm. Abs are engaged, creating a deeper twist through your abdomen. Suck in your tummy, keep that pelvic floor on. But more importantly, keep your head over the top of the ball.
9, 10.
Okay, and we're gonna switch sides. It's like Rosie the Riveter. Abs nice and tight, suck in your tummy. Okay, switch again. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy, create the twist. There's almost as much twist as there's an arm motion.
Nine, 10.
Switch. Suck in that tummy. No bellies are hanging out. Keep your pelvic floor on. We don't want this ball ending in your mouth. Okay, rest for a split second. Shoulder blades are down and back. Get the head over the top of the ball once again. We're gonna work the infraspinatus. So important. If you can keep this one shoulder muscle strong, you can avoid most shoulder problems. Arms are out to your sides like this. And you're just gonna externally rotate. Back down. Keep your abs engaged. This is time under tension. Suck in that tummy. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. You're using infraspinatus rhomboids and lats. All important back stabilizers. Keep your abs engaged.
7, 8, 9, 10.
That was actually 14. That's okay.
No.
Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Keep your abs in tighter. And then now we're going to take your dumbbells over the top of your head. They're going to touch over the top of your head and then back down. Squeeze. Use those abs.
Try to get them slightly over your forehead.
Smiles are up. Is that 9?
5,
Yeah.
6,
Smiles are up.
7,
Suck in that tummy.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, arms are down. Make sure the head's over the top of your ball. Abs are engaged. You're gonna go for a funky arm walk. Keep your abs engaged. Try to keep your head over the top of the ball. It's okay if it rotates, but keep it over the top of the ball. If it ever looks like Mario and I aren't lining up correctly, it's because of parallax of the lens of the camera, not because we're not lining up. It's just one of those oddities. Because we're always perfect. And good. Rest for a second. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, arms go over top of the head. You're pounding on the door now. Pound, pound, knuckles are leading. Abs are engaged. If you feel crunching and grinding in your shoulders, that means you need to activate more muscles. This all the way down to your wrists and your elbows. Core is on, abs are engaged. Smiles are up.
20.
Okay. Rest away. Abs are nice and tight. You can put your weights down for a split second. You're gonna, I'm not gonna fall this time. You're gonna take your feet out in front of you. I'm not gonna fall this time. There we go. Grab a hold of your knees.
We're gonna make a blooper series.
Draw your shoulder blades down and back. You're gonna suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Keep breathing. As you're sucking in your tummy, you're also contracting your pelvic floor. You're elongating your head away from your tail. Squeeze a ball, squeeze a ball, squeeze a ball. Now we're gonna go for a little run walk. You're gonna lift your heel, then lower. Lift, lower, opposite hand, opposite foot. Suck in that tummy. Yeah. There we go. Keep your pelvic floor on, keep your abs on. Shoulder blades are down and back, smiles are up.
20.
Okay. Keep your abs engaged, hands in the stick 'em up for everyone's favorite. Make sure that ball is midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone as we now bounce. Suck in your tummy, chest up.
Smile up.
This is activating a pelvic floor.
You can't be angry bouncing on the ball.
That is correct. Okay, here we go. Keep your abs engaged. Forward fold, straighten both legs. Whew. Take us through our forward fold.
Okay. Focusing on the tripod of your feet, grounding that into the mat, lifting the arch. Connect that energy from your arch into your inner thighs, lifting up pelvic floor. Suck your belly button to your spine. Relax the backside of your body, your calves, your hamstrings, and your butt. Contract your abs even more and bring the upper part of your body towards your legs using your abs.
So this is time under tension. You should feel only muscles working, not joints. If you feel joints working, it means you have to activate more muscles. And that's the confusing part of stretch, is that we think we're reducing tension, but we're actually increasing it, but we're managing it better. So make sure the muscles are working and not the joints. That includes your back. Okay? You're gonna come up halfway as you bend your knees, put your hands on your knees. Stick out your booty. We're gonna do sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy as far as you can. Make your tummy disappear.
It's like we're doing a BioFunctional huddle.
Yes. Go team. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Jaws relaxed. Pelvic floor is on. Very nice. We're going to come to the ground now. Ooh. Aubrey, do you have a ball? You have a ball. You have a block? Yeah, you have a block. Okay, we got everything we need. All right, let me put the weights aside because the curse of my life is to find dumbbells with my bare feet and slam my toes into them. Okay, we're gonna start out with a basic. We're gonna put the ball behind the small of our back first.
Battery good.
Oh, go grab some batteries. No, we need your voice. Or I'm gonna count wrong. Okay, so pelvic floor is on, third chakra's on. You're gonna draw your navel to your spine, suck it in, and release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Just activate your abs. Make sure you can feel your abs. Don't let it go into your neck or your shoulders. And because we didn't do a neck stretch while we were sitting on the ball, we're going to do it now. Bring your pinkies together back behind you. Chest goes up, and now you're going to stretch your head and neck around. Keep your abs engaged. So it's really easy to get your posterior pelvic floor, but we want you to activate your anterior pelvic floor. Oh. Suck in that tummy. Just move things around, get a nice stretch going on. See if you accidentally put work into your neck. Okay, so you're now going to take your block, put it behind your shoulder blades. Blocks behind your shoulder blades. Then you're going to put the ball underneath your lumbar spine, and finally the other block underneath your sacrum. You're going to interlock your fingers behind your neck. If you have troubles doing that, you can put the roller behind your head like a pillow if you'd like. You don't need to. You can keep those hands behind your neck. That's totally fine. Suck in your tummy. We're going to do sit-ups from here. Yeah. You got all sorts of equipment and things getting in the way. Oh, dumbbells. Okay, and now suck in your tummy, try to pop the ball. Suck it in, you're flattening out your spine. Keep your abs engaged. Keep your pelvic floor on, especially that anterior pelvic floor. We want those abs engaged. Is that 6?
8.
Ah, getting
9,
better.
10.
Okay, keep your abs engaged. You're gonna lift your heels up and lower them. Keep your abs engaged. Don't let your abs shut off. Don't let your spine arch. You're gonna try to pop the ball even though you're lifting and lowering your heels. Suck in that tummy. Okay, stay on your tippy toes as you take one foot out and then you take it back. Just go back and forth. Don't let your spine arch. It will want to arch. Don't arch it. Keep your abs engaged, suck in your tummy. You want to create zero motion. Okay, good. Now, abs are engaged once again. Get my block situated. You're going to take your feet off the ground. First, second, third chakras are fired up. You're going to try to pop the ball. Suck in that tummy, pop the ball, pop the ball, pop the ball. Both feet are off the ground. Toes are just hovering. Okay, and now you're going to touch your toes to the ground, lift it back up, touch your toes to the ground, and lift back up. Abs are engaged. No arching of the back. You don't want to feel this in your back. That means if you feel it in your back, you've not turned on enough muscles. We want to feel muscles and not joints. So you shouldn't even feel your hip or your knees. And good, rest. Feet come to the good. All right.
19, 20.
All right, fine. Both feet are on the ground. Suck in that tummy. Here we go. Both legs go straight in the air. If you want, you can now put your hands on the ground. Okay? Abs are nice and tight. We're going to suck in our tummy and release. Is that 8?
6,
Oh.
7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Feet back down on the ground. Ready? Here we go. Feet back up in the air. We're going to go for a walk. Heel to butt, heel to butt. This is non-compressive load on the knees, so you should feel absolutely no pain in the knees. If you feel pain in the knees, it means you need to readjust your foot angle until there's pressure out of your knees. Suck in that tummy. What number are we on?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, let's go for a jog. Jog, 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 jog. Abs are in nice and tight. Keep breathing. As we now triple time into Gillen speed. 5, 4, abs, 3, 2, pelvic floor. 1, feet back down on the ground. Straighten both legs out against the ground. Abs are engaged. Now, we're going to visualize there's a champagne glass on your belly. Here we go. Suck in that tummy, abs are engaged. You're going to try to pop the ball once again. Do not contract your butt. Close up your rib cage. Try to get your navel to your spine. Okay, and now we go for a walk as we go opposite hand, opposite foot, not spilling a single drop out of our champagne, even though Mario's trying to kick me. Keep breathing. You can straighten your legs. I'm okay now. Straight legs. Just ignore Mario. She's trying not to kick me. Suck in that tummy. Stabilize. Okay, good. Take the block out from underneath your butt. Keep the ball behind the small of your back as we continue to do sit-ups. Suck in your tummy, try to pop the ball. Oh. We're doing great. Suck in that tummy, abs are engaged. Okay, once again, champagne glass on your belly as we go for a walk. I'm gonna move over this way a little bit more. Keep the tummy level. This is contralateral patterning without twist, but it's in a twisted pattern. So it still is twist, because you have to activate muscles across the body. What number is it?
18, 19, 20.
Good. Go ahead and sit back up again. Now, we're going to use the block underneath our heels. The other block is behind your shoulder blades. So you're laying on, once again, we're in this position. Now we're not using a ball. Make sure your mic didn't turn off. Of course it did. Okay. Blocks under your heels. Other blocks under your shoulders. You can have a block or roller under your head. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do lifts. This is posterior contralateral patterning. So you're lifting and lowering your butt off the ground. Keep your abs engaged. So it continues to be a sit-up even though now we're using our butt, but we're using our butt properly. Proper buttage. Suck in that tummy. What number is that?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you're gonna rest here. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Okay, we're gonna do sit-ups. Keep your butt on the ground. You're just gonna suck in your tummy and release. Suck it and release. Navel to your spine, pelvic floor is on, shoulder blades are down and back. Keep breathing. Okay, keep your abs engaged. Hold them on, lift your hips up once again. We're gonna do opposite hand, opposite foot coming off the ground. This is contralateral pattern. Now across the backside of your body, using your hamstrings and your butt, but also your abs. And we're gonna find out if you have a cheating pattern or not very quickly.
10.
Okay, rest. We're gonna do a second set of those because those were just so easy, but this is a ubiquitous movement, so it should be a piece of cake. Lift your hips up again, abs are engaged. Start with your left leg, or right leg, whatever. I'll get this.
9, 10.
Good, rest. Contralateral patterning. Okay, all you're gonna do now is bend your knees. We're shortening the lever arm. You're gonna lift your butt up once again. Abs are nice and tight. Arms are in the air. Suck in your tummy. Lift up your right leg and then back down. Lift up your left leg and back down. Abs stay engaged. Core stays activated. So there's not a lot of movement of your core. You're keeping your hips up. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Keep that pelvic floor on.
9, 10.
And rest. Oh. Go ahead and sit back up again.
And you said rest.
That's enough rest. Class has gotten easier now that Mario's back.
Uh-huh.
Everyone seems to have the same neck problem. Okay, we're gonna use a little ball, or you can use your little roller. Either way, it's gonna go underneath your left booty cheek. You're gonna roll out anything that feels tight. Remember, the pain in your ass has nothing to do with this ball. It has to do with what you do with your butt all day long, which is probably clench out of fear. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Time under tension. So you're trying to pull the tension that you feel in your butt into your abs instead of letting things go. If you find a sore spot, go after it until it's gone. Suck in your tummy. Jaws relaxed. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Where's my ball? There it is. The smiles are out. Ugh. Suck in that tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's kind of sore. Guess I've been clenching. Keep breathing, abs are engaged. Suck in your tummy. Okay, good. Almost done. You're gonna take this little ball, put it behind your left shoulder blade. Holy smokes. If it feels like a bullet is shooting you in the back, it's because you have your shoulder incorrectly. Roll it out. Move your arm around. Get the motion back. We're working that infraspinatus muscle again. Also remember the shoulder blade's triangular, so you only have a lateral, a medial, and a superior border. Get all the borders too. If you lift your head up like Mario's doing and put it on a block, or just lift your head up, that puts much more stress into the shoulder or tension. So that means you have to pull more into your abs.
Slippery.
Slippery. Sit. Abs are nice and tight. Keep first, second, third chakras fired up. Try letting your knees go to the same side as the balls underneath your shoulders, so that's the left. Okay, whenever you feel ready, you can do the opposite side. Same thing. You can send your knees off to the right. You can move around. You can lift your head up. Range of motion of your shoulders. It's okay if you feel tingling all the way down to your pinky, because we're getting what's called the teres triangle in the shoulder, where a nerve comes down. And it's good to break that up. It's sort of like a piriformis syndrome, but up in the shoulders. You can get the lateral, medial, and superior border of your scapula as well. There shouldn't be any crunching and grinding. If there is, tighten up more muscles. This is activation of muscles, not joints. That's time under tension. Keep breathing. Keep rolling things out. Where's my music?
I'm still fly,
Okay. You guys have come a long way since the beginning of this class. You're going to lay on top of your roller lengthwise now. Butt is at one end, head is at the other end.
It's always a good thing.
Okay, feet are parallel, knees are over the tops of your feet, shoulder blades are down and back, abs are engaged. Just want you to feel what it feels like to engage your pelvic floor. Close up your third chakra, suck in your navel, draw your shoulder blades down and back with your lats, and be in ideal posture. See what it's like to breathe? Feel what it feels like to connect. Just for a moment, take both arms over the top of your head as you stretch your arms over the top of your head, because we seldom do work over the top of our head or above our heart level, for that fact. So we have to practice keeping our abs engaged as our arms are over the top of our head. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed. Keep breathing. Keep the balance. Just a few more breaths. Then bring your hands back down to the ground. Abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras fired up. Keep your pelvic floor on. As you're laying on the floor, I want you to visualize breathing. And as you're breathing, I want you to visualize taking air in and exhaling air out. And then I want you to visualize allowing things to come in, allowing gifts, blessings, everything to come in. And every exhale, just let go of a fear, something that doesn't serve you. And as you're breathing, see what it feels like to be completely present. With sounds and smells and how your body feels and what it feels like to receive. If someone was to give you a gift, can you stay present? Can you maintain heart contact, eye contact, and completely receive a gift? Because life's trying to give to you. See if you can stay open and fully open. No barbs, no tricks, no conditions that you put on to a gift being given to you. And now, since you're so filled up, expand your energy to be the fullest that you're meant to be in this lifetime. We were each put on this earth for a specific reason. See what it feels like to completely fill that purpose. See what it feels like to have it without fear. Finally, in your full expansive state, feel what it feels like to be in meditation. Guys, just continue Stay on the roller. We're just gonna bring you home. Feel what it feels like to connect to a singular focus and not be scattered in 700 different directions. We appreciate all that it takes for you to be here. And on behalf of Maria and me, thank you and namaste.
Namaste.
core. When you're engaging your core, you do or you do not want a curve in your spine, a concave, like a forward curve in your spine. And if you do have that forward, like that crunching motion and you end up with this curve in your spine, can you still engage your pelvic floor and your multifidus muscles? Or does that then become just kind of an upper core exercise?
So it depends. It depends. If you're about to jump off a roof, I don't want to see a flat back because you'll blow out your back when you hit the ground. So it depends. Do you have
You can engage your pelvic floor in whatever position if you have awareness of it.
Right.
It doesn't. Your spinal position doesn't necessarily prevent you from engaging your pelvic floor. It just makes it harder.
Yeah.
In certain positions. And the other thing is, I think the core piece that you're talking about, when you engage your pelvic floor and the tendency to create that anterior tilt, the opposing tension should be your tailbone reaching straight out and away. Not away from your body, but straight towards the ground. So if you think of your two legs and your tailbone as like the legs of a tripod, reaching down into the ground, grounding as you lift that pelvic floor. It's not really the angle of your pelvis. That's as important as that energetic pull opposing the pelvic floor.
Because the coccyx is the vestigial tail, so if
you're touching the ground.
Yeah, it was our third leg. That's what she's saying. So if you visualize that going down, energizing down, you get third leg contact.
And lifting through the pelvic floor.
Yeah, I can definitely feel the pelvic floor engagement with that. Yeah, because I just noticed that a lot of your core work I'm able to connect with, especially now with like my abs being even, just very frustrating. Like I can connect with them versus other ab work where like I did a workout with another professional dancer friend of mine, and I was just following what she did. I wanted to see what she does, and it's like just bicycle, crunch it like work, like really fast, and like toe to hand, like up, like V up kind of things. And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I could do it, but it felt more like performance based, like what my abs
right.
training. And I felt miserable for days afterwards. Like my core just felt awful. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is just my lack of like strength in that area, but like it just seemed like I couldn't stay connected with the rest of my core. I could only stay connected with like, you know, the top part, like right here. Um,
I mean, this odd question, but do you ever pee in the shower?
Sometimes.
Okay, so what you want to do is drink a ton of water, go take a shower, and standing in all sorts of different standing positions, start urinating and stop.
Start and stop.
Start and stop, and it'll tell you right away if your pelvic floor is on.
Yeah.
And what positions you can't. And so there are some positions you get into and you're just going to go and you can't stop because that's where you can't activate your pelvic floor. Or there's going to be certain positions you won't be able to start because you don't know how to relax your pelvic floor. So you want to try all the different positions of activating, releasing, activating, releasing.
So the tendency, I mean, we talk about it in class, time under tension, but when you're working your pelvic floor and your lower abs, initially really contracting and then releasing and coordinating that with your breath and being really intentional about that will bring more awareness. So so the contraction and the release being the same so that you're not holding in between, because if you hold that tension, I mean, it's an intricate muscle, it's going to exhaust itself pretty quickly.